Hello, I'm Carol Olafson, and I'm going to be your therapist.
Okay.
Your parents have wanted you to come here and speak with me. Can you tell me a little bit about what's been going on?
It happens that my boyfriend broke up with me last week. Because of that, I've been like really depressed.
Okay.
I isolate myself for the past 1 week. I'm not happy. Afraid. So that's why.
Okay, so your boyfriend broke up with you about a week ago, and are you feeling depressed?
Yes, I'm really depressed about it.
Can you tell me exactly what you're thinking and how you're feeling now?
I'm feeling as if, like the way I'm feeling, it's just that nobody likes me, nobody wants to be with me. I'm
Okay.
really, that's exactly how I'll be feeling. Like everybody hates me.
Okay. Okay. Now I want to talk about a few things, but first, you're currently on an antidepressant, correct?
Yes,
Okay. And how long ago was that prescribed for you?
I think that was like almost a year ago.
Okay. And who prescribed that for you?
My doctor, my GP.
Can you tell me what was happening that your doctor prescribed an antidepressant?
Uh, that time, like a year ago, I was having issue with my friends, like two of my friends. I was having issue with them. They stop talking to me. So
Okay.
I feel depressed. I feel lonely. I felt lonely during that time. So like everybody ate me the same way. So I was depressed, unable to get up, always on my bed.
Okay. So it's similar to how you're feeling now after your boyfriend
Yes,
broke up.
yes, exactly.
So feeling isolated and you felt that no one knew.
Exactly. I felt nobody liked me.
Okay, I'm going to get back to you and talk with you about your feelings. But one thing I did want to ask you is your mom is concerned, your mom and your dad are concerned because they noticed that you had some cut marks on your arms. Could you tell me about that?
The cut was it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago
Okay,
when I started having issue with my boyfriend, but that
okay,
was it. Mm.
okay. Can you tell me what was occurring with your boyfriend that made you that you wanted to cut yourself?
Uh, Come again? What's the question?
What made you want to cut yourself?
During when my boyfriend, yeah, we were me and my boyfriend were having issue together. We were having some issues. He stopped talking to me,
Okay.
so that was when I started cutting myself to make me feel better.
Okay. So I want to see, you said your boyfriend had stopped talking with you, and you said you thought that you would feel better if you cut yourself, correct?
Yes, yes.
Can you explain that a little more to me as far as what you were thinking in your mind about your boyfriend and what was going on and what led you to actually to cut yourself? Try to tell me a little bit about what you were thinking when all of this was occurring.
Yeah, I was just thinking that the whole world hates me because I really love my boyfriend. I didn't believe he could do this to me. So it was as if the whole world hates me. I was so really depressed. I wasn't feeling myself. I hate myself. I hate the whole world. So the only way I could feel better was to cut myself.
Okay.
So I did it then.
Okay. And after you cut yourself, how did you feel?
I felt a little better.
Okay. Okay. So do you feel like maybe it helped with your pain that you were feeling when you cut yourself?
Um, now when I cut it, it did help a little bit, but now I realize that it was wrong.
Okay. And explain that what you mean by that you realize now that it was wrong. Explain
I
that.
realized that cutting myself is not taking my pain away. It's not helping me. I just need help from somebody to talk to. That's the only way I can help myself. Cutting myself, it's just adding to my pain.
You're right. I'm glad that you realize that it doesn't take away the pain. It doesn't take away the issue with your boyfriend that you're no longer together, and
Exactly.
help you find a better way to deal with the depression and feelings of isolation. I do want to explore a little bit more about, you mentioned twice, that you feel people hate you. Can you give me an example of something that happened that would maybe make you think of that people hate you? Or
Yeah, like a year ago, when all my friends stopped talking to me, so that makes me feel, that was when I felt the whole world ate me. My friends and my whole world. So that was how I felt.
Okay, so it happened with your friend. Your friend stopped talking with you also?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, so similar to what happened with your boyfriend.
Yes.
So you do have a history of depression, and you started on medication a few years ago. Is there anyone in your family that has depression or who has tried to commit suicide?
My mom has history of depression.
Okay.
My cousin killed herself like 2 years ago.
I'm sorry, your cousin?
Yes, killed herself, like commit suicide.
Okay.
2 years ago.
Okay. Were you close with your cousin?
No, she was distant cousin.
Okay, so had you been in contact with her before that time that she took?
Only once, maybe once
Okay.
before she committed suicide.
Okay. Do you know if your parents or anyone told you that maybe she was suffering from depression or a mental illness at the time?
Yeah, I was told that she was suffering from depression during that time before she did
Okay.
herself.
Okay. And you said your mom has depression. Is your mom taking medication or seeing someone?
Yeah, my mom, yeah, she's on antidepressants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I do want to ask you a question. You said that you had cut yourself. Now, you said that was the only time that you've ever tried to hurt yourself, correct?
Yes.
Have you ever thought of taking your life?
No, no.
Okay. So you don't have a plan as far as to, okay.
No.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. Now, you said you feel like people do not like you, that you're isolated. Are you having difficulty with sleeping?
Sometimes before it's hard for me to fall asleep, but as soon as I'm okay, just hard to fall asleep.
Okay.
So it's hard to go to sleep. That's the problem.
Okay, but eventually you are able to sleep?
Exactly. As soon as I'm able to sleep, that was it. But it's just hard for me to fall asleep.
Okay. I do want to talk about social activities. I know that you broke up with your boyfriend. Do you have any friends now that you're able to go out with and interact with?
No, I'm not. I'm still isolative to myself. I'm not like, I don't want to go to with anybody for now. I don't want any friend for now. I just want to be myself.
Okay. So you don't want to go out, you just want to stay home?
I want to stay home for now.
Okay. Have you tried to go out and maybe call a friend and do something?
I try to, but not before. After my boyfriend broke up with me last week, I've been in my room.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in my room since then.
Okay.
Mm.
And then as far as your schoolwork, how are you doing with being able to focus in class? How is that?
Yeah, my school work is going. I'm able to at least a little bit, even though I'm a little bit behind, but I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to focus back
Okay. Do you,
forward.
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do you, when you're trying to do your homework, do you find yourself thinking about your boyfriend?
Yes, all the time.
Okay, so you're having a lot of thoughts about your boyfriend.
Yes.
When you specifically think about your boyfriend, what comes to mind? What exactly is, or, maybe do you think about things that you were doing with your boyfriend? What do you find yourself remembering or thinking about frequently?
Yeah, I always remember about the good time that we had together. I always think about that.
Okay. Well, I do want to talk about a little more about how you see yourself. You were saying that you did feel that nobody liked you and that you had feelings like that similar in the past with a friend. And I want to talk about that thought process. Can you give me, I know that's your one friend that you had a disagreement with. As far as other relationships with friends that you had, how were those relationships? Did you have maybe a close friend, or do you have a close friend now?
Um, Before I used to, but I used to had like I had one or two friends before, but since I had a little fight with both of them, I've stopped having friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Now, I know that you're going through a difficult time and you're taking medication, and I'm going to look at the medication that you're on. And I'm glad that you don't want to try and hurt yourself again. And if you ever do have feelings of trying to hurt yourself, I want you to call me, or tell your parents so that they can call me right away so that I can talk with you. And I would like to continue to do more therapy with you. Would you be willing to continue with therapy?
Yes, I will.
Okay. And antidepressants do help with depression, and then the therapy also helps too. And do you have any feelings of anxiety, or is it just depression?
Yes, just depression.
Okay. And I want to just explore a little bit more about how you were feeling when you decided that you want to cut yourself. You were saying you thought that maybe it would take away the pain, and you realized that there are different ways to address your pain, and we will work on that.
Mhm.
And
Yes. Yes, that.
I also wanted to ask a little bit more, when as therapy progresses, if you would be willing to try and make some new friends, or maybe try and be involved more in social activities. Is that something?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, I'll work on it.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else that you want to tell me about how you've been feeling?
Yeah, that's it. I'm good with that.
Okay. Um, so I would like to see you at least twice a week.
Okay.
We're going to talk about your feelings,
Okay.
and we'll talk about the situation with your boyfriend and try to find some ways to deal with that. Are there any activities that you like to do, such as painting or writing, anything of that like that?
I like to go to gym.
Okay, so you do like to do exercises is really good
Yes. Mm-hmm.
for us. So have you been doing that lately?
No.
Okay.
I
Well,
will start. I will try and start again.
okay. Well, what I'd like for you to do is maybe your mom or your dad will go with you, and exercise is a really good way to help to relieve depression and anxiety. Um, another thing I'd like for you to do is if you could keep a journal of your feelings,
Okay.
and when you're feeling that nobody likes you. I want you to write in the journal exactly what you're feeling.
Okay.
What happened during that day.
Mm-hmm.
Someone say something to you, and just write down exactly how you're feeling. And we're going to discuss that in therapy.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to have your mom come in. I'm going to talk with her, but I'm glad that you're willing to come back to therapy. And then I think together we can help you feel better. And also, I think we can help you work a little bit with maybe some skills, with social skills, with interacting with people.
Okay.
And, maintaining friendships, because I think that's something that might be helpful for you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I will see you again next week.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I was trying to do a little bit of cognitive behavior therapy where, like, because people who think that people hate them, okay, what is the basis for that? But anyway, that's what I was trying. So hopefully.
I know.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Okay then. So my name is Margaret. Today's section, I want to welcome you. First of all, I want to let you know that your time set for me to allow me to treat you. It's giving me the permission to treat you. Also, I would like to know that this meeting is going to be confidential between us. I'm not going to discuss it with anybody on earth. The only part I can discuss with your parents is if you're suicidal. So I think you understand what I'm saying. Apart
Yes.
from that, is good. This meeting between us will be confidential too. So I know you are here. Your parents brought you here. Can you tell me why you are here one more time?
Yes, my parents are concerned. My boyfriend broke up with me about a week ago, and I don't feel like doing anything. I just want to stay in bed all day, and my parents are just concerned about me.
Okay, so your boyfriend broke up with you when was that?
Actually, it was about a week and a half ago.
A week ago. So what have you been doing since then? What have you been doing? What did you like going
Well, I've been wondering why he broke up with me. He won't talk to me. And I just feel like, nobody really likes me and I'm alone and I just, have a lot of friends my age.
So why do you say nobody likes you? What are you thinking? What makes you think nobody likes you?
Well, you see people in school, they have like all these friends and they're always going out and I don't know. I mean, I think my boyfriend really probably was, my biggest friend and I did a lot of things with him. And now that, we're not dating, I just feel like there's no one for me to go out with.
So now, what do you do now? Do you go out with body? Do you go out now? Do you have fun? What do you do for fun?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I haven't really been going out, but I like to draw, so sometimes, I draw or, I like to write poetry too. I mean, but, with my boyfriend breaking up with me, I really haven't been doing anything.
So when did you write poetry last? When was it?
I'm in my English class. They're working on putting together a poetry book. Students, have students' poems in there, and I submitted a poem, and they accepted it. So it's at the end of the year they're going to publish a book with all of the students' poems.
Oh, that's good. So I was reading about you. I learned that you has been cutting yourself. So can you tell me more about that?
Well, I was really depressed and, my boyfriend broke up with me, and I don't know, I just, cut myself.
So how many times have you caught yourself now?
I just did this.
Once, okay. So are you going to cut yourself again?
No, my mom flipped out, and it hurt really. I mean, I don't know why I did it. I don't know. I thought maybe it would make me feel better, but it didn't.
So you realize it's not helping you? Do you think cutting yourself helps you or not?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't change the situation and what's going on. So, yeah, I don't know why I did it.
Okay. Also, I was reading that you have your medication. Can you tell me more about the medication?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been probably for maybe 2 years. I've been taking an antidepressant. My pediatrician prescribed it for me.
So can you tell me more why? What happened?
My grandmother, she had passed away, and I was really, really close with her, and I was just having a hard time. I was just really sad for a long time, and I just really missed her, and the pediatrician thought maybe it would help.
So since you've been taking it, does it help?
Yeah, it was, and then when my boyfriend broke up with me, I felt depressed. Before it did help, but with my boyfriend breaking up with me, I just feel down again.
Okay, okay. So do you still have anybody that you any friends now?
Um,
Friends, any close friends?
no, I talk to people in school, but as far as going out and really doing anything, I no, I think I was just spending all my time with my boyfriend, and I guess he was my focus. So yeah, no, not really.
So how's your schoolwork going?
Um, it's okay. I'm doing it because I have to do it, but I don't feel like I'm putting my best effort. I'm just doing it to get it done and turn it in.
So do you seek help at all in school?
I'm sorry.
Do you try and seek help in school? Maybe somebody can help you with your schoolwork.
Um, no, my grades haven't really dropped. They have tutoring if I need it, but
Okay.
I mean, I, for now, I am doing it. I'm doing the homework.
Okay. Ah. Is there anybody with history of depression in your family, maybe mom or dad?
Uh, Let me see. My mother's sister has depression. Yeah, my mother's sister has some depression.
She's okay. So, what about suicidal?
Like my aunt? No, she never tried to hurt herself or take her life. No.
Okay, nobody in your family has ever.
Um, no, not that I'm aware of.
Okay. So, have you ever think about killing yourself either? Like, have you ever think about?
Well, no, I thought about, what it would be like if I were not here, but um, like actually doing something, no.
Okay, no. Okay. Um.
Well, no, like I wouldn't, like shoot myself or anything, but um, yeah, what would it be like maybe if I took too much of my medication and didn't wake up?
Oh, so you were thinking of doing that, or are you thinking of overdose? Or can you talk more? Tell me more about that, about taking some too much overdosing yourself. Can you talk more?
Yeah, it was kind of around the time when I'd cut myself. I thought, well, maybe if I just take a bunch of pills and go to sleep and not wake up, and then I cut myself. I don't want to do that anymore. I know, I know I'm going through a really hard time, but I know that it can get better. Like I said, my grandmother died, and that was really, really hard on me. But um, you know, I realized that that I need to talk with someone, and that it can get better. So I don't want to do anything else to hurt myself.
Okay. Okay. So, one more question. Are you on any drugs? Like, cocaine, marijuana?
Um,
Are you using any drugs?
no, I'm not using anything illegal. No.
Okay. 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 So, do you think maybe your boyfriend or any of your friends using?
I know there are people at school that do. My boyfriend wasn't, but I mean, I've heard stories that people smoke pot.
Okay, but not you or your boyfriend. Okay.
No.
Okay. So, so what the plan? What do you think you can do now to help yourself? So that, because I want you to work towards going out a little bit, maybe like what do you do? Like, what kind of activities do you like doing outside the home, outside your house? What kind of activities?
Um,
So let's start from there.
I do like to go on walks. I mean, I think, well, I did anyway. My boyfriend and I would walk a lot. So, just walk around the neighborhood. And so, I mean, I do like to get out and, maybe do some exercising or ride a bike. I like to do that.
Okay. So do you want to try, even if let's start maybe like twice in a week or 3 times a week, so that you can get out a little bit? Do you think you can do that?
Yeah, I guess I could do that. I can try.
Okay. Okay. Also, anytime you are thinking about doing something like cut yourself or try to overdose, can you call me and let me know first?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay. So, also, is it possible for you to, you say you like to write? Okay. Is it possible for you to write like your thought, anything that is, anything that you think that can help you, that can help both of us to move forward? Is it possible for you to write it down so that we can work on it in the next section? Is it possible?
Oh, like how I'm feeling, do you mean?
Yes, how you're feeling. What do you think can help you a little bit? So,
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I can write something down.
okay. Then you can work on what makes you feel better.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can.
Okay. Then also, uh, I would like us to do more of this section, maybe like twice in a week.
Okay.
For the first, for this week and next week, maybe 2 times in a week, if we can do that, so that to get you out of your mood, to get you out of your depression. Is that possible?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Then also, I would like to talk to your mom so that both of us will be on the same page. That anytime you're having this suicidal thought, you need to talk to your mom and you need to call me. Is that possible?
Yes, I'll do that.
Okay. Then, uh, so we just have to work. The only thing is that you have to come up with something that works better for you. Then we will be able to work together on it to keep you going, so that to help you with your depression. Even though you are on medication, I think I will have to look at that medication, maybe to increase the dose or to change it to another antidepressant. I will look I will look I will look at that. So
Okay.
know the next step to go to help you with your depression.
Okay.
So okay.
Okay.
Okay. Is it okay for me to call your mom so that we can let her know what we discussed today?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay then. Okay, so see you next week.
Hmm?
See you next week.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll download everything and I'll send you the address, okay?
Uh, so you know we're supposed to submit this tonight.
Yep, I'm gonna download it now and I'm gonna send you the address and I'm gonna send her the URL also.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Okay then. Thank you. At least
Okay.
we're going. We're almost done.
I know. Yay!
Almost half